Drew McIntyre getting things underway here.
The sheer
He might put him away here. And a shoulder in the air.
Oh, he's still having a pretty easy time getting that shoulder up.
Boom! Read that one. Did you see that? Propelled through the air.
And Carmelo is really playing it up for the WWE Universe. Frog splash! Great in-ring IQ on display there.
You know, Drew McIntyre has a lot of great attributes, but self-control is not one of them. A smart opponent could easily taunt Drew into getting slumped.
From the top.
Elbow drop. Good Lord.
And Drew's weathered tough offense all over the world, but that one caught him hard.
Boom!
Beat to the bottom. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
Implanted by the DDT.
The action spilling in our direction. Uh-oh.
Roll tope, turning themselves into a missile.
And hitting the drop zone. Dead center. Headbutt to the back of the neck. Kick to the gut creates separation.
Up and around we go. La Mystica. Call the and one for Mello after that. Bicycle knee to the face.
Good buddy.
He's in a bit of agony now.
But I think the real question is, how much more can anyone survive? This could do it. Takes flight. Nothing but net. Is it the finishing touch Hayes needs?
Oh, a moonsault. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up. Whoa, just floating through the air.
All the momentum has swung to Carmelo.
Yeah, McIntyre's losing control here. He let himself get baited into making a mistake, and now he's put one impact.
Oh, with authority!
Hayes now. The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
The victory tonight.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes.
Batista is ready for this one to get underway.
Just look at Batista's face, and you can see the animal still resides behind his eyes. This man is prepared to do whatever he has to in order to win this match in decisive fashion.
No doubt using every bit of his considerable strength in the process, Batista's physique really is just on another level compared to most superstars.
And genuinely unnerving is the only way to describe mankind. Mick Foley's never quite been all there, but believe it or not, he's on a whole other plane of lunacy when he dons that leather mask and starts settling into the bowels of the arena.
Yeah, Mankind definitely has more than a few screws loose. Seemingly with no concern for his own livelihood on top of the lack of concern he shows for his opponents. That's all part of what makes him such a dangerous opponent. Jawbreaker counter to get out of that. He left an opening. Press.
Escape just in time.
Big boot. Deadlift. Look at this power. Power slam.
So much might and force behind that maneuver. An absolutely impressive show of power.
The key for Batista here is to just go wild and unleash his full fury. Withstanding the unchecked ferocity of the animal isn't a task most opponents are up to.
A simple strategy that definitely plays to Batista's strengths inside the ring. Oh, what a response.
And he finds a way to elude that attack.
Big spine buster.
Over and over again, getting beaten down with force.
Attacking with full force.
Mankind is losing grasp of this match now.
This is the full fury of Batista. He has completely unleashed the animal inside him.
Turns that in his favor. Mankind doing what he can to halter the beatdown.
Prime opportunity now for Mankind to get some separation and gather himself.
Turn it around into a backdrop. Batista turns it around. Taking their time. Oh, vertical suplex. Look at the power here. Absolutely incredible. Walking around the ring. All night long. He's starting to look battered.
The animal's been grinding his teeth all night, and that was an indication that he's ready to feast now.
Batista's taking control.
Mankind certainly not a stranger to pain.
Just power slam. Driven down face first with that massive flapjack.
Oh, he fights Batista back.
Mankind doing what he can to alter the beatdown.
Dangerous to give Mankind new life like this.
Man, what timing on that counter.
Dueling reversals.
Paying it back with their own counter. Bad position for Batista.
DDT!
Lights out. Going in for the win here.
He breaks the ref's count before 2.
I don't know how, but it looked like he's got a whole lot left in the tank. What a kick out. Batista avoids that one.
Gets lifted into position.
Targeting the trachea.
Getting back to his feet, but might want to reconsider.
What a display of strength here. Backbreaker. A reversal. He saw that coming. Moving into the ring.
Spear. Incredible. And Batista looked like a true huntsman now. We could be moments away from that final kill shot.
Putting him up top now. Batista now, opponent defenseless. Perch on the top bottle. What is he going for?
Avalanche Batista's bomb.
Does Batista finish the job here?
after here.
Yeah, Mankind met his match. Even his insane pain tolerance couldn't give him the edge.
Ilya Dragunov beginning things here.
Ilya Dragunov is a man who can fight through any opponent, any situation. The rage that boils inside Dragunov can fuel him to rip and tear through even the most intimidating opposition.
Yeah, when you mess with a mad dragon, you're in for the fight of your life.
This man right here, Mankind, I think we all know he's got the right, dog. He's living in a boiler room. He's talking to himself. He carries that sock around, and you can't tell me Mankind's on the level.
Mankind definitely believes there's a method to his madness, but I don't know that anybody but him, and Mr. Soccer, of course, can quite decipher it. Makes it difficult to strategize for and to truly come up with a game plan when facing this psychopath. The impact off that clothesline. And there's another one. Caught the kick, intercepted. Nice sweep of the leg.
Ilya Dragunov is just begging for a fight. Slips out of the way. Double leg takedown and trying for a quick pin here.
He turns it around and has the pin.
I did not see this coming. He's abandoned that pin attempt completely.
Torpedo must go.
Almost out of control, but it doesn't matter when Dragunov is practically invincible. Ripcord, lariat.
An unrelenting assault on Mankind.
Dragunov is determined right now.
DDT plants them. Saw it coming. It counters it. Dragunov looking to end this thing as soon as possible.
Serious jeopardy for Mankind.
Taking advantage of the opportunity. There's two. Kick out at two.
That was an extremely close call. In fact, I'm not even certain that was actually a kick out.
And Dragunov can't let this get to his head. He needs to keep going. Needs to keep fighting. Reversal on Mankind. Chop. He's definitely been worn down a little.
And the intensity in every move Dragunov delivers doesn't seem to be wavering one bit.
Kick to the midsection. Into a swinging neckbreaker.
He's locking in the target. Just a matter of time.
Across the top rope, all the way to the floor.
looking to attack from above. Through the air, and connects.
That could have been an absolute disaster.
Lucky for them, they got all of it. Ooh, great anticipation.
Counters on counters, technical prowess on display.
Lariat. The battle rages on right before our eyes.
A little too close for comfort, if you ask me. This is getting dangerous.
Less and less time remaining on the count. He's able to beat the count just in time.
Put in the corner now.
Brilliant countering by both competitors.
Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment. Oh, across the top rope. Situational awareness with a knee to the abdomen.
And now Mankind is bleeding profusely, guys.
The damage is really piling up.
Young it off. Gonna set the opponent up here. Nice Bob.
Is that gonna decide it for Ilya?
Going for the cover. Man, that was such a long and hard-fought match. He earned that victory.
Here is your winner, Ilya Dragunov.
And we're set with Obafemi in action.
You know, I gotta hand it to Obafemi. This is a man that knows how to get it done in the ring. Look at it. Oba is a scary, scary man.
He's always looked absolutely unbreakable, unshakable, and unrelenting. With Femi's size, power, and athletic ability, there aren't many who would be able to dethrone the ruler.
And genuinely unnerving is the only way to describe Mankind. Mick Foley's never quite been all there, but believe it or not, he's on a whole other plane of lunacy when he dons that leather mask and starts settling into the battles of the arena.
Yeah, Mankind definitely has more than a few screws loose. Seemingly with no concern for his own livelihood on top of the lack of concern he shows for his opponents. That's all part of what makes him such a dangerous opponent.
And he fends off the attack.
Time to go for a ride. Bang! What a move! Oh, this is just flat-out punishment. Launching their opponent across the ring. Each attack is just flaunting the incredible power this competitor possesses. Tossing them aside. Mankind is losing grasp of this match now.
One attack after another from Femi.
Smartly dipping out of harm's way.
Clubbing! He goes for the cover. Immediately powers out.
Clearly, there's still more work to be done before it's time for a pin, man.
Femi saw what was coming. Counters!
Bone-rattling spine buster there.
Corey, we know Mankind is absolutely sadistic. How do you combat somebody like him?
It's not going to be pretty, but you're going to have to take Mankind to his breaking point. You have to inflict all the pain and punishment Mankind plans to inflict on you back onto him.
Obafemi throwing his opponent.
Huge talk there.
Counters to gain the advantage. This is a situation you want to avoid.
Face first impact. Slowly rising, but he won't like what he's met with.
Femi just got tossed out there. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. He counters right back on Mankind.
Boom, what an uppercut.
And he's being somewhat backed into a corner right now.
Stamina coming into play. Could be getting a little tired.
A string of counters.
He's got Mankind here.
Oh, chokeslam driven down hard.
Mankind with a nice reversal. Pulls the shoulder. And Mankind looking to keep things going back.
Over Femi.
The ruler with the fall from grace.
This spells trouble for Mankind.
Kicks out, just kicked out.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the building thought that was going to be the end of it, myself included.
I think there is still some shock in the air over the fact that didn't produce a pinfall.
Take it for a ride with that choke slam.
For safety's sake, I hope we're near the end.
This is a bleak-looking situation. It might be over here soon.
Readjusting the furniture. We know how this ends.
And Mankind is looking to the crowd for some support.
And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out.
It's suddenly got a lot more dangerous over here. Cracked hard with that table.
We might need to consider relocating soon.
Yeah, this fight's getting closer and closer on the table.
Stop right there and gut.
Once again, their core taking some substantial damage.
That's going to sting. Just launching their opponent, my God. In danger of being counted out. Now's the time to get back to the ring.
And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner,
And as the bell rings, we have a match featuring Mankind.
Mankind is just unstable, and he knows it. We all know it. We all play along because Nick's such a great guy. But something's wrong with Nick. I said it. He's deranged, man.
You're not wrong, but there is something to Mick Foley taking out his persona of Mankind, as Mankind, Foley somehow pushes himself even further, puts his body through even more punishment, and roots to doing the same to his opponents. There's a lot to unpack there.
And then we have Bret Hart, a man I can only describe as a wrestling savant. Bret's got an encyclopedic knowledge of just about every hold, every reversal, every move in the history of this industry.
That's what makes Bret the ultimate in-ring technician, the excellence of execution. Bret Hart is a very proud man, and he takes immense pride in his in-ring ability, as he should.
Stretching that shoulder.
A lot of focus placed on that shoulder that might have changed this whole thing.
Excellent execution from Hitman.
Mankind really having trouble with his defense.
Just tearing away on the shoulder here.
These attacks are starting to impact him.
Solid results on that one for Hitman.
Looking to render that arm useless.
The shoulder absorbing serious punishment.
Shooting pain in the shoulder is the kind of thing that builds and builds during a match.
And Bret gets countered. Mankind is going to look to press on the advantage.
But Mankind has.
Can he do it? Late in this one, and Bret isn't done yet.
He is far from being put away here, that's for certain. He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
He's in his grasp.
Ooh, he fends that off.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate. Beautiful hip toss. It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
Forced into the corner and needs to stay on the defensive.
Corey, we know Mankind is absolutely sadistic. How do you combat somebody like him?
It's not going to be pretty, but you're going to have to take Mankind to his breaking point. You have to inflict all the pain and punishment Mankind plans to inflict on you back onto him.
Drop kick.
Oh, slam down.
A warning and a challenge from Hart.
Oh, and it's reversed.
Stopped in their tracks with a knee to the gut. Clothesline. And a second. His superstar building momentum. Sweeping the leg. Things are looking up.
Oh, man. Big clothesline. Mankind just getting picked apart.
Yeah, this is how you take it to Mankind. Be more sadistic than even he can be.
Hitman now dropping his opponent, and what are we cooking up here? Oh my! Figure four leg lock assisted by the ring post!
Ring post figure four by Bret Hart.
Call it academic. That's just the way it goes with the excellence of execution.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring. And a reversal by Mankind. Excellent opportunity for Mankind to shift the momentum.
This could be a good chance for Mankind to get some
Perched up top. He fails to connect.
double leg takedown. Oh, we've seen this time and again from the Hitman, the sharpshooter.
Perfectly executed submission hold. Locked in deep.
Will we see a tap out?
Gotta find a way out of the sharpshooter. And does just that. Double leg takedown. Got the shoulders down.
A great counter and a cover.
Why stop the count now? He must be out of his mind. He practically had the match won.
Hitman never saw that coming. Mankind looking to attack from above. Here we go. Body splash. Kick to the midsection prevents the attack.
Pile driver.
The Hitman with both legs trapped. Can Hart step through? There it is. Sharpshooter applied.
And you can see him struggling to break this hold.
Every second it's count up, count up.
Here is your winner, Bret the Hitman Hart.
The bell rings, and Scott Hall is ready to get this match going.
All the machismo and confidence in the world are just oozing off Scott Hall right now. And trust me, in Hall's case, that's a good thing. That overabundance of swagger is what fuels the bad guy.
Anyone else, and it might feel like it's, well, put on, like it's all an act. Not with Scott Hall. Oh, man, his size, with his agility and in-ring IQ, there's no reason for Hall to pretend to be anyone but who he is.
And then we've got Bray Wyatt, who's always got a violent plan on his mind. Bray's always got a way of getting in people's head, making them do anything they never would have otherwise, making them question their own existence. I don't like it, but you can't help but be impressed when Bray Wyatt gets to work in the ring.
For sure, Bray Wyatt's tactics are terrifying and shrouded in mystery, but they are effective, and so is Bray Wyatt as a competitor. Corey, we talk about Bray Wyatt's love for getting inside opponents' heads. How do you even begin to counter that aspect of Wyatt's game?
Well, you have to try to focus, Cole. You can't let the noise in. You can't let Bray in. Stay focused on the task at hand and on your own game plan.
Choke slam! The pace of this match being set by Hall.
And this is why it's important to focus, not letting Wyatt in your head.
Reversal after reversal. These two are ready for each other.
These two are showing how well scouted they are.
Wyatt gets drawn in a sidewalk slam. Elbow drop. Wrenches the arm. Ooh, nasty kick. Looks like Bray held back on his urges, and it just cost him dearly.
Smart offense delivered by the bad guy.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Wyatt was waiting for that.
Oh, he saw it coming.
These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals.
Picked up and being carried around there.
A fall-away slam. Perfect timing on that maneuver from Hall. I assure you, he has more in his back pocket left to show.
Counter. Right when it was needed.
A clinic of counters being put on by...
Opponent defenseless. Crucifix. We know what's coming next.
Outsiders edge. Hall put a lot of competitors out with that.
The cover. It's over. All in a nice work.
Here is your winner, Scott